Alrighty. It's always tough starting these again when you haven't done one. I used to do these videos all the time just for movie reviews and everything else.
Yeah.
Now I really only turn the camera on once a year. It is once again December 24th. It is now we're going into Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's 2022. So it's the annual Christmas Eve vlog. And just so we can put it down, we want to start the video off.
He's trying to run away.
You probably remember from 2008, the very first video I did. Lex was, what, like 1? And now Lex is 15. He's going to be 16 in February. So a little over a month. And he's still doing pretty good. Last year I say he sleeps most of the time. That has not changed. He's a good boy. I gave him a little face haircut today. But he just wants to say hello. I don't know if he really does. He's gonna yelp. Oh, he's a good boy. All right, we'll let him go. And let's see if we can get the other introductions out of the way. We got
yes, my
Arrow.
Come here. Yep. Up, up.
So this is Arrow. He's my good boy, Arrow. Look at your camera, Arrow.
He's pointing at him.
Arrow is 8 years old now.
Yes.
Yep. And last year we introduced this hyperactive energy machine.
Still the same.
River. She's
Still
a little
crazy.
bigger. She's gonna be 2 in February. So get in the picture. Oh, help me. Jeez there, girlie. This is River, our Siberian Husky. All right, they're hyped up. They're hyped up. Don't run into the camera. Hyped up. Last year we introduced Violet.
Yeah.
Shmoo. We were watching her for your mom, but she did go back to your mom.
She's back with mother now.
But that was sad. That was sad to lose Violet. She was pretty much a permanent fixture in our family for a year.
Yeah.
But alas, the 2 female dogs got a little too what would you call it? Territorial.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say aggressive. I don't know.
nothing horrible. It sounded worse than it was. But with how small Violet was, Violet was actually the aggressor with how small.
I know, she's crazy. She was wild.
Come on, Errol, not right now. Just his butt.
Yeah.
Come on, Errol.
He's in a loving mood.
The dogs, like I said, are hyped up. We had Christmas Eve at the family's.
Yeah.
Well, my family tonight. We did your family last week.
With my mom.
With your mom and your grandmother and all, because they're down. Where are they this year?
They're in North Carolina at the beach, somewhere.
And then we are doing Christmas at your dad's in Fredericksburg on Monday.
Yeah.
So we did my parents tonight, so making the rounds for the holidays.
Like tomorrow or today.
Yeah. Arrow with your butt. Come on. You distracting.
It's okay.
So
Tomorrow we're doing
Christmas at Sean's father's in the afternoon.
and then seeing a movie.
And
Little Christmas movie. Violent Night. Right?
Yeah, Violet. Arrow's just distracting me. Like, you know how my attention span is when somebody's doing something.
Okay.
Oh, so yeah, it's late. It is. We always do these things late.
It's been a very long day.
And I'm just running out of energy. I mean, I was gonna say you'd probably go back, and when I first did these, it was so late, but I feel like I had so much energy. And let's talk about that. I'm another year older. I'm started this when I was like 23, and now I'm 37 this year. So
old.
Well, it becomes more. I mean, I said this last year too. You know, if it ever comes up, like how old are you, or you have to think about it for a second. I'm like, am I 36 or no? That's right, I'm 37.
I asked you the other day. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Because you're like, wait, yeah, no, yes, okay.
So yeah, there's that, getting older. But family-wise, everybody is still pretty good health. My grandfather and my grandmother were there tonight.
Yeah.
My grandfather's a strong age of 88 years old, still doing pretty good.
Yeah, he's doing great.
My dad's mother, my grandmother was there as well. Smaller. The gatherings do get smaller every year, but at least we still get together. It was great seeing, like I said, with your family last week, your mother's side. It was great seeing your
Say,
grandmother.
last weekend with my family was decent size. I mean, like 8-10 people. And then this weekend, which is actually Christmas, and it does feel like it. You know, last weekend felt, but this.
Well, because we did it a week early, because
Yeah.
otherwise we wouldn't have seen them because they were going to be out of town.
That's true. So I think today definitely felt like Christmas Eve.
I hope so.
And and tomorrow I think will definitely feel like Christmas.
So yeah, family-wise, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, everyone's
We always touch on kind of careers and jobs. I could say that a year ago, I think I had accepted the IT manager position. I was acting as an interim at the time, and I think I officially took over in January. So hitting a year of that officially. Pretty much everything's going great. I can't, no complaints. I don't think my team has any complaints.
No,
so it's been great. We were still hybrid, so we're still working partially from home and partially in the office.
Must be nice.
Yeah, but with that, you can talk about your news.
I got I feel like it is a new job, but it kind of feels like a promotion too, just because it's still within the university. But it is going to be an office manager position for the Office of Communications and Public Affairs. University of Maryland, Baltimore.
Yeah.
Well, if you watched the video last year.
Yeah, well, not everybody did.
So, yeah, I'm very excited about that. Start January 3rd. And, yeah.
That's good.
Just
I mean, moving forward.
Up and
If
up.
it's not one of us, it's the other. So
Yeah.
that's not a bad thing.
It's definitely good.
I mean, we're both pretty happy at our jobs. And you'll be working from home
Yeah,
remotely
it's
a
gonna
lot
be-
more, too. So
My current position doesn't really have, just Fridays. But now,
you get to
home.
experience what it's like.
I get to know.
I like that break part. I wouldn't want to work 100% remotely, but I also like having that.
I was going to say, I definitely enjoy being in the office, seeing people,
Yeah.
and,
So one good thing that came out of COVID,
But
though, was just the
the flexibility.
flexible
Yeah,
work environment.
for sure. It'll be nice. So,
This year,
the year?
I was gonna say, I mean, so these are tough because you're trying to condense it. When I first started doing these, they're probably short, but then they get longer and longer.
Well, I think the first thing that happened big, I think, in the first part of the year was Bradley's wedding.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
your brother was married, and
So-
we attended his wedding.
Yep,
That was April?
That was April.
Yep.
And then after that, I guess it would be our trip.
Yeah, we did
Right?
a June, right?
Yeah.
Beginning of June. You finally got to go to London. It was my third time in London. Yeah. But always amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of we could go on and on about just a little bit of stress because of first trip out of the country after the pandemic. So
Yeah.
a lot of I don't know how to put it, but
I think there was an unknown because when we went, it was you had to test before you came back. Literally the last day we were there, they lifted it. But we were like, we're just going to do it just in case.
yeah, we had already booked our telehealth.
I was going to say, everything was all lined up. We just had to do it.
We were
so-
supposed to go to Italy, but we didn't do that.
I don't want to talk about
Well, we found out pretty last minute, like less than 2 weeks before we were leaving. We booked to go to Italy, but your passport expired 3 months after we were to get back. But they have that rule in Italy, so keep in mind if you're ever going to travel internationally to make sure. London, it wasn't a problem,
Yeah.
but Italy, you have to have a passport valid at least 6
months.
months after the date you get back.
It's a 6-month country, not a 3-month country.
So we did have to switch that around, but I think we
Yeah.
made the most of it. We got to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Broadway
That
in
play
London.
was amazing.
We got to go up to the Shard.
Yeah.
I mean, we did all the usual
we did the
touristy
Shard, the Gherkin, and the
Sky Garden.
yes.
Not the sunken garden, as I keep saying.
Yeah.
Even though it's in the sky.
Did we? What's the? That was the Gherkin, never mind.
Griffin.
But yeah, so
Tea
we
time.
definitely did a lot of really cool, memorable, and amazing things there.
Mm-hmm.
I think just being there too, wanting to go for a very long time, it felt so good just to be in the streets and actually see Big Ben.
Well, I'm in love with London. Every time, I mean, even going as many times. And you found an amazing place above a pub that we stayed.
Yes, it was
Two
amazing.
Cranes?
Yeah, no.
Did I get it right? No, I got it wrong.
It's called the Three
The
Cranes.
Three Cranes.
And it was great. It was like this. It was above a pub, and the pub was so classic. I loved it. We did get a drink in there one night because we were only there for
3 or 4 nights, 5 nights, was it?
4 or 5.
We were at least there for the biggest thing we didn't mention. We were there for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee.
Yeah. Which was
cool. Now hindsight, the Queen did pass away this year, so we were very lucky to be there for the last. I
mean, the city was alive. Like it was very decorated. I mean, everything. There wasn't a place you looked like you didn't know that something was going on. It was a great environment to be in. On top of just being there, like it just, I don't know, it enhanced it so much. But yeah, I definitely want to go back, but then that's hard because there's so many other places
this year
to go.
We're thinking maybe, a couple ideas are up in the air, but we're thinking of doing another road trip like we did last year.
Yeah.
So rather maybe than going the southern states west, we might go north and northwest. See some national parks or something. But
there's
that's
so many up there to see too.
Still so many, a lot of things to think about with that too.
Okay, so London and then Burgle Day. Can't forget that.
Never forget that.
After, I feel like there was something. There's something.
Something
in there.
big or what?
No, maybe it was just that was like garden time, and I feel like we were very active.
Planted like 30 tomato plants. This time we didn't do it in buckets. We treated the soil and did everything, and we auto-fed watered them and put nets up to protect from the birds and the squirrels, and the tomatoes just didn't produce.
Absolute shit.
We got a lot of tomatoes.
Yeah.
Huge production. Flavor-wise, a lot of them just didn't taste that good. So we might skip a year or do a few next year, and
I think just a couple.
Change locations maybe.
Maybe just a couple, and also plant stuff that enhances the soil.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that was a little disappointing, but it looked beautiful. So
The dogs are taking
there
this
was
advantage
plenty
of
of
just
bees.
circling us and smelling things.
There's a little bit
Really.
of figure remnants there. That was a Christmas gift.
I guess. Well, that's pretty much the big highlights of the year.
Well, I think a cool experience we got to do was the glass blowing. I thought that was
for my
pretty
birthday,
cool.
that was a really great present. We got to do glass blowing,
I
and
benefited from that too. It was really, really awesome. You were there. You were right by the
there's a pumpkin, blue pumpkin,
It's pretty
purple.
good.
Your Christmas ornament somewhere down here.
Yeah, it is. I'm not gonna try and grab that right now.
No,
Is it
no,
a
oh,
yeah,
no,
wait.
no. There we go. There we go. And back to you.
But yeah, I thought that was it's something you wish you could do all the time. Honestly, I thought it was so cool. It was very cool to feel the glass at the end of the rod. What do they call it?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a
I'm
name
not
for
even
it,
gonna
but,
try to think of it at midnight.
but yeah, it was just a very hands-on, cool, crafty thing. So I thought that was fun.
Well, other big things we did, because we don't want this to go on.
I know. I'm sorry.
Board games. We're big into board games.
Yes.
That was our passion that we discovered during 2020, during COVID. Couldn't go out, so we started small, and now we have over 200 board games.
Yeah.
Well, we went to PAX Unplugged for the second time this past December.
It was so
It's
so
a
great.
board gaming convention, if you're not familiar with it, up in Philadelphia at the Pennsylvania Convention Center. It's where just basically people come from all over the country and some internationally to play board games, get first looks at new board
Huge
games,
section for playing.
to purchase board games, to see
Yeah.
upcoming board games.
It's a very fun. It's a very fun thing to do, and I thought this year was a little extra special because we did get to run into people that we watch on YouTube, and one of them, Rodney, helps us with playing games. Like he does the setup, and it's great. He's the man. And then there's Fuster the Meeple, who they just play or talk or they have an interesting dynamic, and we watch them a lot. So it was cool to run into them, talk a little. And
we play so many board games and talk about board games and think about them and watch stuff. We've even been tempted to do our own board. There's so much content out there with that stuff that we kind of we enjoy just playing them.
Yeah. And there's a lot of games, you know, as many as we have. There's tons out there.
There's so many we don't have.
And we would never even get.
No.
I mean, there's something for everyone for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely
a big thing that we've done.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I mean, we play D&D with our friends. All of our friends are still, you know, good with our core group.
Yeah, the campaign's going real good.
Yeah, I mean,
Can't think of anything else.
otherwise,
that's
I mean, I like to be blunt and honest with these things, just because, you know, in the future I don't want everything to be like sugar coated, but I don't have anything bad to say. We've had a very, very good year.
Yeah.
I mean, not a bad thing to have to say and
No.
and be stuck on. So otherwise, I'm thinking, is there?
You know, I think this year, it's just, you can wake up every morning and say, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm hungry.
Oh my God. Nobody's gonna understand that reference, but
HEI.
hi, yeah.
For reference.
Tim Heidecker, the High Network on cinema.
But seriously though, it's great.
Yeah.
Happy and I don't know, just very grateful and here we go.
Yeah,
Next year.
I'm at a loss for any, because I mean we've done so much, but you know.
Still so much to do too.
Yeah, Christmas did come up very, very quick this year.
Yes, I think we say that every year, but every year feels that much quicker.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, and that could just be with getting older too.
Yeah, I think it is.
I was, you know, we were driving up to my family's tonight, and I was just thinking, I was like, this is my 37th Christmas. Like, obviously, I don't remember the first like 5 to 6 of them accurately, but like I definitely remember the last 20 some.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow. I mean, still doing it.
Yeah.
But not in a bad way.
My 5th Christmas, I got my American Girl doll.
No, you remember yours a little better than I remember.
I remember it. It's amazing.
And I mean, we're still here in the same home, same neighborhood.
We're still
I don't think we have any plans right now to do anything else.
Market's a little crazy. So.
Yeah, we considered for a little bit. One of our friends, Sean and his wife, they purchased their first home this year. So,
very exciting.
Yeah, I mean and then Pat. I don't know if we talked about it last year, but Pat and Tasso purchased a home a year before. So, but yeah, I mean,
everybody's doing good. Everybody's moving up.
Yeah, gotta stop doing these things. As I get older, I'm gonna have to try to do these things earlier in the day and not in the evening.
I know.
But I still like. Look, we watched ours from last year on the way home or whatever. We listened to it, and I used to listen to all of them, literally before.
Well, we did that last year. We watched all of them.
But there's just too many now. It's like 15 of them, 15 years worth of me talking to the camera. So
it is funny to look at the first one though, just because, just the difference.
Yeah,
like
well,
you look like a baby in the first one. I'm a child. And you probably thought you were so old.
Yeah, well now I'm sure now. I mean, I looked at when we were looking from last year. So I was like, oh, look how much better I looked and younger I looked last year. I'm like, I think that just keeps changing.
My hair was shorter. But my face is still round, so.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things. Go back to the gym this year.
Well, I just have a round face.
Not you. No, I was talking about me. Like, it's one of those things I just want to do. So, but yeah, otherwise, we've been doing great. We hope everybody out there is great. If you watch this every year, I know I have some family and friends that check them out. So if I haven't gotten a chance to talk to you, I mean, COVID really, it's becoming a bad excuse now. Like, it used to be, like, understandable, but at this point, I'm triple vaccinated, boosted up, I've gotten COVID.
Ready to go.
Gotten over it. So at this point, if I have not reached out to you, reach out to me. I just mean I need to, see people that I've lost touch with. That's one goal I'd like to fix this year. And we have a lot, like I said, we play a lot of board games, so if people want to play board games, we're always looking for people to introduce to new games, and if not other things, I don't know. So, thank you as always. Look forward to talking to you all a year from now, hopefully with the same trend of good tidings and basically great experiences as we move forward.
That's right. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, and as long as I don't die,
no.
I'll see you next year.
No, Merry Christmas.